Good evening. Okay, I'm gonna be playing Feeding Frenzy 1. I'm gonna be speedrunning it. I'm gonna be here for a while because of some recent changes to how the leaderboard for the game works. Um, if you were to go to the leaderboard right now, you would notice that the previous um, run that was held as the world record by Tufu is unfortunately no longer there. I'm not really at liberty to explain why, but because of that, there are now stricter things in place for runs at the top of the leaderboard. So I'm going to be streaming for about 3 hours. Um, we're going to see if I can set any records in that time. Other than that, this is going to be a pretty long stream. Um, I'm grateful that I have this time in my schedule off, away from college, so that I can do this because I've been wanting to do more runs and haven't been able to because I've been just so busy with college. Um, so let's see if I can get my setup here. Okay. If I get sub 30 on my first attempt, um, shoot, what am I going to do if I get sub 30 on my first attempt? If I get sub 30 on my first attempt, then once I finish, I'm going to play Plants vs. Zombies for another half hour after the 3 hours of Feeding Frenzy. Does that sound like a deal? One PopCap game straight into another? Also, so real about being used to Feeding Frenzy 2. I feel like every time I play Feeding Frenzy 2, I just get jump scared by how different it is from a physics and mechanics perspective. It's been a while since I've played it, so there's no way in hell I'm playing Replanted. I don't own Replanted. I'm not doing that shit. That shit's horrible. Alright. So much for sub 30 on my first attempt. And that's the Feeding Frenzy 1 speedrunning experience for me, is just so many of my runs dying on the first fucking level. This isn't a joke. That wasn't a bit. I wasn't doing it to not play Plants vs. Zombies, because I've been playing Plants vs. Zombies a lot lately, so I'm totally down for that. You know what, I'm gonna extend the deal. If I get sub 30 in my first hour of streaming, I'll do Plants vs. Zombies after. Because that was a bit unfair. Bro, what are these lionfish spawns? What the hell? So, because I just died immediately, I'm extending it to if I get sub 30 anytime in the first hour. That seems like a more fair deal. Kinda slow level 2, but whatever. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I'm not that fond of the bonus levels in this game from a speedrunning context, because it's super hard to make up any time on them. And in particular, Minefield, which is the second to last stage in the run, it has the potential to just be super slow for pretty much no good reason. I don't know why sometimes there just aren't any mines that spawn. I'm sure if I went back into the game's files, I could specifically figure out, oh yeah, it's because there's a super large discrepancy about when the mines will spawn. But, like, it's super inconsistent for some reason. Yeah, I think, just from a speedrunning context, bonus stages just aren't that great. Sure, they're short, but there's almost no time to do anything, so even at the bottom of high level gameplay, they're still extremely optimized. Like, most of my stage 2 times, I think are like within 1 second of each other nowadays. Just all of them. I also, regrettably, don't have, like, a hand cam for my mouse. I'd want to do that, but it's just not really viable in my setup at the moment. I also, at some point, I want to get, like, some sort of input viewer for my mouse, just so that, like, I can show all of the movement that I'm doing with it, and all the times where I'm, like, clicking different mouse buttons. Because I think that would be interesting. Dude, that was a super late Black Pearl. This is not a very good Andy. Yeah, I've had that experience a lot with, in particular, Stage 2, where I'm just, like, constantly looking around the entire stage trying to find the one last minnow. Honestly, it wasn't until I started speedrunning this game that I realized just how effective, this specific coloration can be for, like, real fish, because they get camouflaged super well in this game. I'm not even joking. There are some times where, if I'm under a lot of pressure, I just won't see them at all. It's kind of insane. Okay, so this is a really slow Andy. But hopefully I can turn it around later. Or maybe not. Maybe... Okay, thanks, Barracuda. For small fish, at least, yeah. Because the big fish, their size gives them away. To this day, I still get comments on my previous world record asking how I'm eating the barracudas whole. Because normally you can't do that in this game. That's a Feeding Frenzy 2 thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna say this here, just in case anyone is watching this in the future that doesn't already know. Essentially, there's some sort of bug in how the game detects eating something that you can't, like, normally eat. Tail biting, I should say. There's some sort of bug in that code that sometimes allows you to eat the tail-biteable fish. So this applies to barracudas, this applies to orcas, And I think the culprit has to do with the Shark King, which is the final boss. Because up until you get to phase 3, you can only tail bite him, you can't eat him. So what I think happens is that because of the way the game was programmed, with the Shark King in particular, it just allows you to sometimes eat barracudas and whatnot. I also have an entire video that's fairly old from before I did any speedrunning that shows this off with the Orca on stage 21. But because this was before... Yeah, this has inhale canceling. But since that was before I did any speedruns, it wasn't in a speedrun context, it was just like, oh yeah, this can be used to get like 1,000,000 points super easily. And I think I got to the signed 16-bit integer limit or something, and then was just like, you know what, it's going to take me forever to get to the signed 32-bit integer limit, so I'm not going to do that. And then I didn't. Why did I get that stun bubble? That was a weird hitbox. Did it again. But I still save time, baby. Let's go. That was a great golden minnow for that timing. Kind of a slow level, though. Oh, this is terrible. Oh God. Oh my God, this level is awful. Just always awful. Yeah, this stage sucks. Oh, just always, always, always without fail. It's one of the worst levels. I gotta be a bit careful of the mines. Or not. God. Dude, what's with the stun bubbles today? What the hell? It's been like 20 minutes. If that. Saw green and thought it was a parrotfish. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll have a really good JD in Orville. The parrotfish have, like, teal fins. Oh my god, immediate black pearl. I still want a good JD in Orville, but a good Eddie is a good start. Okay, well, it's not that good of an Eddie. But sub-minute on that stage is pretty good. Oh, another black pearl. 2! Getting 2 black pearls here isn't that weird. Still. Okay, that was pretty good. No golden minnow, but still gaining time. Didn't mean to get that, but okay. That was a devious setup there with the mines. Rip that John Dory, by the way. And that one. Sometimes I have to question if these fish can actually see the mines or not, because they don't always act like they can. Ugh. Oh my god, yeah. That was something. We gained more than a second on a bonus level. I guess the one from my previous record is just bad. Just for fun. It was probably slower, but you know what? I gotta show off at least a little bit of something funny. This run is already half a minute behind, so why not? I don't know, maybe I'll get a really good surgeon crossing. Nothing's impossible. that was a weird interaction. Okay, well that was just dumb. I don't know what the hell happened there. No, I do know what happened there. I didn't play properly. Surgeon Crossing giveth and Surgeon Crossing taketh away. I really need a good JD in Orville now. No pressure or anything. Oh yeah, I'm reminded of a glitch. It's not super major or anything, but if you eat a Fury Bubble during the stage end transition, then the music will start playing again, because ordinarily the music isn't supposed to keep playing once you finish the stage, but it will keep playing if you eat a Fury Bubble. And apparently this is a slow melting pot. Or maybe, no, I think my previous melting pot was insane. Sub 30-second melting pot. Alright. It's JD time. Okay, that wasn't bad. Well, Yuna. Why is it just sitting there? World's slowest tuna, I swear to God. I'm surprised at the lack of black pearls, I say right as I get one. Like there just weren't any. We're making up time, so I guess I'm getting my wish. So far. There we go. Ah, flub that hard. Alright. Really hoping for a golden minnow right about now. Rip shark. Dude, where is this golden minnow? Oh my god. Of course it doesn't spawn until I die. Jesus Christ. Warm up, yeah. I fear that that's what this is gonna... Ah! I fear that this is what... this run is gonna end up being. It's just a warm-up. Which is fine. Unless you had, like, money on this run being good or not. Okay. This... Bro. Come on. So that wasn't fun. It wasn't particularly fun either. Now time for arguably one of the hardest stages in the entire game. Dude, that was almost just peak. Oh my lord. Real. I still save like 15 seconds. There's also a lot of room for improvement on this stage. I just gotta get good RNG. With this particular oyster. Doesn't look like I'm getting it so far. Ah. Was that a black pearl that the tuna just stole? I know it was a pearl. Oh dear god. Got it. God. Saving time! Okay, so now I need to get a really good Orville. I know that there are a couple of stages where I can definitely save a lot of time. It's just Orville. God. Oh my god. Yo. That was a really good golden minnow save there. Holy shit. Yo. Okay. Going into Orville with quite a bit more time saved. And then I lose some of it immediately to this fucking stage. But it's fine. Can I get a shield, please? Oh dear god. Dude, the shark! Oh my god. I think that's the first time I was happy that the shark hitbox is so janky. And then I am immediately not happy that it's so janky. Yo, a shield. Just when I needed it, right at the end of the stage after I've lost all my lead. Not lead. I didn't have a lead. After I lost all my ground that I made up. So annoying that other fish can eat the pearls. Oh. I thought I was dead there. I would really like... There we go, shield. We're in the part of the run where basically nothing can kill me anymore. haunting me so much. I just want to put together a good run. I probably should have restarted after that Andy, but I was like, you know what? I want to at least put together a full run. Just in case I don't do that for the rest of the evening. Ah! Ah! Bro, I died with a shield. Bro, that can happen sometimes, and it's like the stupidest glitch ever. There goes my shield. It can happen sometimes. It's rare, I don't know what triggers it, but it can happen. And it's just as bullshit as presented. It's so dumb. Okay, I'm... That's done. We're done with that run. Oh my god. It would be broken in two, I agree. Because that game requires you to die.
Double frenzy.
And they ask why lionfish are such terrible invasive species. Look at what they did to my sweet innocent baby run. I've never actually tried lionfish before, but I don't know if I'm going to get the opportunity to, because they're usually only like, oh yeah, you should eat the lionfish if you're living on the Atlantic coast, and I don't live there. Okay, well that wasn't too bad of a stage 2.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Stage 3 is always slow. It's kind of just not fun how slow that stage is in general.
Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Yeah, who needs black pearls anyway? Oh my god. Of course, right at the end, man.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
No! Okay. I mean, I was 20 seconds behind, it's fine. Was that the first frame that I could be eaten? This is what I mean by like so many of my runs die on the first stage.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
The beginning of the game is so optimized. I have to play like super greedy in order to stay on pace. Saving time this early in the run?
Feeding frenzy.
Ridiculous.
Double frenzy.
It's never been heard of before. What voice am I doing?
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
Both of those spawn at the same time in the same place?
Double frenzy.
Okay, well, I'm losing a bit of time here, but that's honestly not surprising.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
What is with the lack of black pearls on this level specifically? What is going on here? RNG? RNG machine?
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
RNG? Dude, the oysters are just broken here. What's going on?
Double frenzy. Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
Still no black pearls.
Double frenzy.
Is tonight cursed or something? Like, what's going on?
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
I had some good saves, but damn. Okay, well, this level's going pretty good.
Double frenzy.
I still lose time, I guess, but you know, it wasn't going like it wasn't going bad or anything.
Meeting frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Meeting frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Ugh. Insanity.
Meeting double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Just 0 black pearls. This run is cursed. I'm gonna restart it actually. Ugh. This is crazy.
Meeting frenzy. Double frenzy.
Damn it. Alright, well, we're not getting sub 30 in the first hour, because 30 minutes from now will be past an hour. So, rip that. Maybe I'll still play not Feeding Frenzy, Plants vs. Zombies
Meeting frenzy.
later anyway,
Double frenzy.
just for the heck of it. Probably not going to be the 6 seed slot thing, because I want that to be its own self-contained thing. I don't want people to, like, miss parts of it, because I'm doing it at the end of a Feeding Frenzy stream, you know? But
Meeting
I could still do that anyway.
double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Oh! The magnetic lionfish strikes again.
Meeting frenzy. Double frenzy.
Bro, what the hell? That was awesome. 2 seconds ahead. After stage 1.
Meeting frenzy.
Shit's crazy.
Double frenzy. Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
Ah! No, that was so good!
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
Those are pretty good lionfish spawns. I just wish I could capitalize it on a bit more.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
This is the closest I've been after stage 3 this stream. And there's a black pearl immediately on stage 4. I guess this is the good run. Well, I can't say it this early, but, you know, it's better than the previous ones this evening. A little bit behind, but, you know, it wasn't 30 seconds behind or anything, so...
Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Well, there's the black pearl, right at the end. It's not the worst it could have been, though. Ah,
Feeding frenzy.
I immediately get another. Let's go.
Double frenzy.
No second black pearl, but you know what? I'll take it.
Feeding frenzy.
Dude, what is with the black pearl at the beginning of some of these stages? Ah!
Double frenzy.
Awesome golden minnow fail. Let's go. Exactly what I need. Exactly what I needed. Oh, black pearl. Doesn't matter. Okay. 2 black pearls and a golden minnow on stage 7. Just getting real weird tonight. Oh, just to exemplify how weird
Feeding
that
frenzy.
stage 7 was, I got 2 black pearls and a golden minnow, and I'm
Double
still
frenzy.
behind. In fact, I lost
Double
time.
frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
And then there goes a golden minnow.
Double frenzy.
Awesome. We're off to a very weird start to this run.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
I can't get, like, a good run going so far. This is
Feeding
so
frenzy.
weird.
Double frenzy.
Okay, well, that's
Double
not
frenzy.
bad. I'll take a black pearl.
Double frenzy.
Okay, that was a pretty good. That was a pretty good stage.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
I lost time here. I was gotten a really insane Leon.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
Dude, Fish in a Barrel is such a terrible stage every single time.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Well, I didn't mean to eat
Double frenzy.
a stun bubble, but considering that mine placement, probably not too bad.
Double frenzy.
I mean, it is bad because I'm still behind. But it could have been worse.
Feeding frenzy.
I'm restarting that. Bro, it wasn't even on screen!
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
That's probably one of the craziest parts of this game. You can still get killed by fish even when they're off screen. That's why I stand firm in the sides of the screen being just the worst possible position to be in this game. If you're ever at the sides of the screen, you're in immense danger. Just because anything could be there and it's completely unreactable.
Feeding frenzy.
Of course, I keep going to the sides of the screen, because that's where all the stuff spawns. Doesn't make it any less dangerous. In particular, that's why I think that getting familiar with how the spawning rules for each stage work is important. Because if everything that can kill you has already spawned in, then it really isn't that bad to be at the side of the screen. Because it's not like anything unreactable can happen to you anymore.
Feeding frenzy.
Well, anything bad, I should say.
Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
No black pearls for me.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Ah, terrible black pearl timing.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Oh my god, this is what I'm talking about things spawning off screen and killing you.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
That was super clean. Oh my lord, almost a record on that stage.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
I hardly ever get stage 2s that good. I mean, to the point where I saved a second and a half over my PB because of that stage 2. Holy shit. Of course, I threw it away right after, but, you know.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
I realized that I mentioned, like, spawning rules earlier. And I should probably go over some of the ones that I know. For example, on this stage, stage 1, there can only ever be one lionfish on screen during stage 2. Sorry, phase 2.
Double frenzy.
And there can only be 2 yellow surgeonfish on screen at a time when in phase 1. So if you see that number of them during those respective phases on stage 1,
Feeding frenzy.
you're probably safe, as long as you know where they are at all times. Now here, there can be 3 yellow surgeonfish, I'm pretty sure, during phase 2, and one of them just ate me. But there can also be 2 yellow lionfish during phase 2. And then the same thing is true for lionfish in phase 2 on stage 5. I don't really remember how many there are on stage 7. And then during phase 2 of stage 4, there can be 1 red surgeonfish. And it typically goes just across the screen. Doesn't always care about you, the player, for some reason. But the times it does, it chases you down mercilessly. Oh my god. Again, another really good stage 2.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Oh, why is stage 3 always so slow? Just always so slow. I need to study stage 3
Feeding frenzy.
and just why everything about it takes forever.
Double frenzy.
And I should also at some point do an experimental study of the oysters to see how often black pearls spawn, considering how important that is to speedrunning.
Double frenzy.
And the good part is there's already a ton of footage of me playing this game and looking at oysters open and close. I'm hyperfixating too much on the oyster. Not hyperfixating, tunnel visioning.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
I can't just camp the oyster. I need to also do other things.
Double frenzy.
Okay, I don't think I'm gonna keep going with half a minute behind on that. Okay, I've been going for about an hour. I'm gonna keep going for a bit, but I'm being aware of the time. I also need to stretch a little bit so that I don't like hurt myself moving the mouse so much. It is technically a legitimate concern, um, but you know, I gotta be aware of it. Frame one. Frame one.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
Dead even. Holy shit.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
A really good stage 2.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
Ah, damn it. Okay.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Really, I think after an hour of watching me
Feeding
speedrun the
frenzy.
game, you guys understand why
Double
I say
frenzy.
things like stage 3 is always slow. I think I've been ahead on stage 3 like one time.
Double frenzy.
I'm getting terrible Black Pearl luck today. Jesus.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Oh.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
I think I lost time due to the fish despawning there.
Feeding frenzy. Double
That's a
frenzy.
thing about this game. The level can't end until all the fish on screen swim off screen. So it's optimal to do things like move the screen in such a way that all of the fish go off screen and despawn faster.
Feeding frenzy.
Or in some cases, if
Double
you're just
frenzy.
cornered and the fish aren't going to go in the direction you want them to, you can just eat them and it'll work. It's important to note that I think this only applies to fish that are edible, so power-ups don't count because they're not
Double
fish.
frenzy.
And like sharks and barracudas don't count because they're not edible. Well, sharks and barracudas are sometimes edible, but on the stages where they aren't, they don't count.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
Finally, a relatively good Black Pearl. Only took, like, over an hour. Still lost
Feeding
time,
frenzy.
but not nearly as much.
Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
And even with my previous
Feeding
stage
frenzy.
5, that's crazy.
Double frenzy.
And there it goes. I don't know if I'm sounding like angry or not. I'm not angry. I think I'm
Feeding
just sort of
frenzy.
like tired.
Double frenzy.
That's not special. I'm always tired, but you know. I don't want to come across like I'm raging or anything. Maybe annoyed. Like how I was doing really well and then a lionfish swam
Feeding
into me.
frenzy. Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
There's some interesting surgeonfish spawns. And some amazing lionfish spawns. What the hell?
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
I hate the bonus stages so much.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Feeding frenzy.
Why didn't I grab that? It was right there. Oh, there it goes. Ugh.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
Hey, that felt pretty good.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Ugh. Dude, I am in purgatory right
Feeding
now.
frenzy. Double frenzy. Feeding frenzy. Double
We are almost certainly going to get to run number 700 during this stream. So if you're interested in that,
double frenzy.
I don't know, hit the like button or something.
Beating
And if you don't
frenzy.
like it, piss your pants.
Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Will I get a good stage 4? No.
Beating
No, I
frenzy.
will not.
Double frenzy.
Definitely not.
Double frenzy.
Yeah, no shot. Not tripping, right? There was a pearl in that left oyster, and then like a minnow or something ate it.
Double frenzy. Beating frenzy. Double frenzy.
Okay, that was good lionfish spawns.
Beating frenzy. Double frenzy. Beating frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Wait, that was slow.
Beating frenzy. Double frenzy.
The RNG is killing me today. No black pearls, just ever. When I want them, anyway. I got some good gold minnows earlier, but I'm not even getting that far
Beating
now.
frenzy. Beating frenzy. Double frenzy.
Mostly the black pearls, or lack thereof, that are killing me.
Double frenzy.
Oh, well, looky here. A black pearl right at the end of the stage after it's already done and I can't eat it.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
How fucking wonderful. Oh my god, this game. Dude, this evening is just still taunting me. I don't know what's up with the RNG tonight. Something's really off about
Double
it.
frenzy.
Oh my god. Maybe the RNG is getting performance anxiety. It knows that I'm live and it's just like, oh my god, I I gotta do
Feeding
something.
frenzy. Double frenzy.
I don't remember what it was, but I gotta do something.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
Well, that could have been a much worse stage, too.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
There we go. A halfway decent black pearl. Ugh. Come on.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
I knew it was gonna turn around, too. I knew that lionfish was gonna turn around.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
I'm honestly kind of wondering if I should just, like, not restart even if I got a terrible Andy, just so I can at least move on. Because I've been playing for, like, an hour continuously without inhale. And it is taking a toll on me.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
I'm like, ooh, I wanna like inhale this. I'm like, oh, but I'm Andy right now. I can't do that.
Double frenzy.
Honestly, the only thing stopping Andy's portion of the game from being like by far the weakest is the fact that so many of Orville's stages are just spam. So many things spawn all at the same time and just continuously spawn. Okay, good Black Pearl.
Double frenzy.
Oh my god. A second good Black Pearl. On the same stage. Guys, look, it's the first good stage 4 of the stream. Because I only lost 2 seconds instead of, like, 15.
Feeding frenzy.
Yay!
Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
No! 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 Bruh! God damn it! Of course! Of course! The moment I get a good stage 4, I'm hyped about it. The moment I do that, a lionfish fucking kills me for it, and another black pearl spawns. What is this game? Oh my god! Ah. I'm going insane.
Feeding frenzy.
Oh, I'm lightheaded. I think it's a bad idea to keep playing after just laughing my ass off. But oh man, that was hilarious. I mean, it's shitty and terrible, and I don't want it to happen again. But it was fucking hilarious. Also, this is the 30th run of the night.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
Not completed run, because I didn't even complete one of them. But it's just the 30th. And if you can look at the amount of time I've been streaming so far and do some simple math, you can find out what the average time I've spent in a run is.
Feeding frenzy.
Spoiler alert, it's about 1.5 minutes.
Double frenzy.
I think. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I can still do math. No, 3 minutes. God damn it. I can't do math. Anyways, have I told you guys about how I want to be a math teacher?
Feeding frenzy.
It's fine. The level of math that I want to teach only uses letters anyway. Oh my god, that surgeonfish just ate a pearl, didn't it?
Double frenzy.
Man, why did my hand stop short and not let me go to that other pearl? Losing time! Yay!
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
Okay, there's the 2 lionfish. I almost spent a minute on that level.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
What is up with the RNG tonight? I keep saying that, but it's true. It's like it's out to get me or something.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
See, that's what I mean about sometimes you just have to eat fish that aren't going to go in the direction you want. Because that lionfish that just spawned that I had to eat there, it would have swam across the entire screen in order to despawn. It was a pretty good level 1. And this was also a pretty decent level 2. I've had worse, but... Well, I've had better, but that wasn't bad.
Double frenzy.
Okay, that was actually a pretty good level 3. I didn't lose much time on it. It was good.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
There's a black pearl.
Double frenzy.
It's not enough, but it's good.
Feeding frenzy.
It's only just because of how optimized Andy has gotten for me.
Double frenzy.
Like, Andy has gotten so optimized that I do the first 8 levels in under 6 minutes.
Double frenzy.
Actually, in under 5 minutes. So, yeah. No wonder I'm failing so much here.
Double frenzy. Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
I just gotta put together a good stage 7.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
I mean, so far this seems like it's going pretty well. I mean, I think.
Speeding frenzy.
I mean, that got a little slow at the end, but it wasn't too bad.
Speeding frenzy.
Fucking
Double
angelfish
frenzy.
stealing the pearl. It wasn't a black pearl, at least. Oh, speaking of which,
Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
I just needed a golden minnow is all.
Speeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
That was a great black pearl.
Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Speeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
I really shouldn't be getting the stun bubbles.
Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Oh yeah, here's a weird thing about the pufferfish bounce physics. Not only do they bounce um, power-ups off of them when they're inflated, but they can bounce off of power-ups when inflated. It's super weird. A minute behind! Yippee!
Speeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Ah, a good gold minnow.
Double frenzy.
Like death by 1,000 cuts, the run.
Speeding frenzy. Speeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Speeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
You know what? I'm just gonna finish this run anyway.
Speeding frenzy.
I've already kind of given up
Double
on
frenzy.
this Leon.
Double frenzy.
I just need to make up time in JD and Orville if I want to do good here with what I've got so far.
Speeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
I mean, I saved time here even without a Black Pearl, which is a little surprising. God, still so annoying that the NPC fish
Speeding
can
frenzy.
eat the pearls.
Double frenzy.
Dude, that was a Black Pearl that they ate. What the hell?
Double frenzy.
Dude.
Double frenzy.
Hoping for a good tricky treasures. Of course, I'm not gonna get it, am I?
Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Oh, maybe I'll get it.
Double frenzy.
Oh, are you kidding me? Okay, well at least there's a Black Pearl there.
Speeding frenzy.
I really could have used that gold minnow though. Okay, well that's good enough. I still gain time somehow. I think our previous one was just really bad.
Speeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
Oh, another Black Pearl.
Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Another one.
Double frenzy.
Ah! Okay, well I'm gonna lose time here, but you know what? 2 Black Pearls ain't bad.
Double frenzy.
Or maybe I'm not gonna lose. Oh, there's a 3rd Black Pearl. Okay. But I didn't lose time, actually. So that's good. I gain time on a bonus stage.
Speeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
No! Alright, well, rip this stage.
Feeding frenzy. Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Okay. This run might also be dead.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
Yeah, 2 minutes behind. I need to restart. No
Feeding
shot
frenzy.
I could recover from that.
Double frenzy.
That was a pretty good level 1.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
And that was a pretty not good level 2.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Feeding frenzy.
Yes.
Double frenzy.
There are 2 black pearls in my record. Maybe that's why I'm still behind, even with 1 black
Feeding
pearl on
frenzy.
it.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Of course, I'm supposed to get a black pearl here, too. But no such luck.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
That was a terrible golden minnow.
Double frenzy.
Okay, well. That might as well have happened. Ugh, I've been going for 2 hours. Okay, so here's the deal. If I get to 2.5 hours and I'm not on like a somewhat good run, I'm probably gonna end stream because at that point, a completed run would go over the 3-hour mark, and I don't really want to do that. So we're gonna go for another half hour, at least. If I am not in a good run by the time I get to 2.5 hours, the stream is going to end. So sorry to disappoint if you expected a 3-hour stream. I really want it to be a 3-hour stream, because that means I will be in a good run at or before that time. If I get a record run before 2.5 hours, I will go to 3 hours, because I need it to be a 3-hour recording session of Feeding Frenzy. So I'll play more Feeding Frenzy in order for it to like be considered valid-ish because of rule changes. But if I don't get something like that before 2.5 hours, so in the next 30 minutes, I will end stream. That's just how the cookie crumbles in this case. Especially just with how bad the RNG has been treating me today. Yeah, I need to draw the line somewhere. That was run 700. I honestly wonder if when I get to run 777, it'll be any more or less lucky than other runs. That won't be happening today, but it'll happen eventually. I should probably mention that one of my benchmarks for like determining how well I'm doing after the first 2 stages is, do I finish stage 2 sub-minute? Like, do I complete the first 2 stages in under a minute? And if I do, that's usually a good sign that I'm going to be on pace. Or if I get close, that's a good sign. So if you want to have some sort of litmus test for how well I did the first 2 stages, compare my stage 2 ending time to 1 minute. In this case, it was pretty close. A second is a lot of time in speedrunning, but when it's a game like Feeding Frenzy, where runs take half an hour, it's a little less big. You know what I mean?
Feeding Frenzy. Double Frenzy.
I also wonder why I do certain movement in this game. Like I will jiggle back and forth when I eat
Feeding
fish.
frenzy.
Um, it's
Double frenzy.
because for some reason you can cancel the eating animation, which means that you essentially just eat the fish faster. How much faster? 7 frames, but uh, it is faster technically. If anyone ever makes a tool-assisted speedrun of this game, that's going to be something they're going to have to consider, is just how much faster it is to do that, and whether they do it with every fish or just the last one of the stage. Because it's possible that it only matters for the last fish of the stage, because it would technically end the stage 7 frames faster.
Feeding frenzy.
But it's also possible that if doing this despawns
Double frenzy.
fish faster, that it could also still be useful to do, since it would end up spawning the fish faster.
Double frenzy.
The best game that I can compare to in that regard is, funnily enough, Plants vs. Zombies. The game knows when to send the next zombies based on when you kill the previous zombies. Same sort of deal here. There can only be a maximum of a certain number of fish on the screen at any given time. So getting rid of one allows another one to spawn, with some amount of delay.
Double frenzy.
So it's possible that if you eat every fish 7 frames faster, that each new spawn happens 7 frames earlier,
Frenzy.
you know, on average.
Double frenzy.
It felt really slow. No black pearls or anything.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
I think I let the Barracuda distract me a bit that stage. What I was trying to do is
Double frenzy.
keep it on screen so that I could keep it predictable.
Double frenzy.
No, it's better to just... There we go. And that's why when you see the golden minnow, you don't necessarily always beeline towards it. Sometimes you have to, like, let it sit there for just a moment, just in case you can get into a better position before you eat it. Easier said than done when under pressure of the run.
Feeding frenzy.
You know, technically how you should approach golden
Feeding
minnow.
frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
That was I saved quite a bit more time there than I thought I would.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
We're still super far behind, though. I really wish that golden minnow was there at the beginning of phase 2, but whatever.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
Excellent black pearl, though.
Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Is that a black pearl?
Double frenzy.
Oh, saved barely time. Barely
Feeding
saved
frenzy.
time. I can't English.
Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
That was a good golden minnow, but only in terms of the timing, not necessarily how fast it did the rest of the
Feeding
level.
frenzy. Double frenzy.
Honestly, that wasn't too bad for fish in a barrel.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
I could have gotten eaten at a worse time, so I'm not too upset.
Feeding frenzy.
Actually, that was a pretty good golden minnow. I'm still losing time, but
Feeding frenzy.
could have been much worse.
Feeding frenzy. Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Go, black pearl.
Double frenzy.
Ah, no! Shark. Damn it.
Feeding frenzy. Feeding frenzy. Double
Dude,
frenzy.
I was gonna save time here too. Damn shark.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Losing time here because no Black Pearl. Dude, what was that hitbox? Why couldn't I eat it? What the fuck?
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Yo, Black Pearl, Golden Minnow, true combo. Really good time save there.
Feeding frenzy.
I still don't like the fact that I'm a minute behind, but I saved quite a bit of time. So it's not all bad.
Double frenzy. Feeding frenzy.
Alright, this is really slow.
Double frenzy.
And okay. I think that's enough of that run. Ugh. I don't know if I'm gonna get a sub 30 this stream,
Feeding
which is
frenzy.
fine because that's like an insanely difficult thing to do.
Double frenzy.
I mean, it took me an incredibly long time just to break my previous record. I've been on sub 30 paces before, so I know it's possible. I just gotta get like really good RNG and not die. Which is easier said than done.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
Okay, that was a terrible stage 2. I'm gonna restart for that.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
That was also not very good. That was stage 2. In fact, it was just as bad. It's because I missed the one at the top. This is almost the 40th run. Or it is the 40th run.
Double frenzy.
Yeah, this is the 40th run of the night.
Speeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Speeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
That was a fast stage 3, what the hell?
Speeding frenzy.
This might be the run.
Double frenzy.
Hello, welcome in. You are potentially watching a really good run. It depends on how well the next couple of levels go.
Speeding frenzy.
But so far, it's been... Okay, well, there's that answer, but
Speeding frenzy.
I'm not going to restart now. I just want to finish a run.
Double frenzy.
Another Black Pearl. Kinda wish I got that Black Pearl earlier, but you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm not nearly as far behind in this run as I was in the previous runs,
Speeding frenzy.
so that's a win in my book.
Double frenzy.
Okay, I'm gonna restart for that. I can justify dying once in Andy. I think. I can't justify dying twice in Andy.
Speeding frenzy.
Even if I had a really good stage 3 and a better stage 4 than most of the rest of the night.
Double frenzy. Speeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
Pretty good stage 2.
Speeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Not a bad stage 3. Let's see how stage 4 goes.
Speeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
Right? And I get a second. In a way that matters. No. See, this is more like what the rest of the stream was like earlier.
Speeding frenzy.
Getting kinda decent stages 1 and 2,
Speeding frenzy.
and maybe 3, and then everything falls apart on stage 4 when I just get bad RNG.
Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Speeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Alright, this might be the last run of the night. Because as I mentioned earlier, if I don't get to
Double frenzy.
2.5 hours with a full game run going, then I'm going to stop. And we're almost there. So, if this is really short, then I can do more. But just be aware that this is probably the end of the stream. Or close to it.
Speeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Speeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Gained time on stage 3? That's unheard of.
Speeding
Also,
frenzy.
that's probably the best Black Pearl of the night.
Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Of course, I don't get a second one, but you know, I'll take the small wins where I can get them. There.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
These lionfish away from the oyster. Okay. Well. Okay. This is the last run since it's at 2:30. Well, 2 hours and 30 minutes into the stream. I should clarify. So, one more.
Feeding frenzy. Double
It's
frenzy.
all riding on this one.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
This is looking good so far.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy. Double frenzy.
Not a bad stage 3 either.
Feeding frenzy. Double frenzy.
This is a pretty bad stage 4, though. Yep, okay. Well, I was not able to get the thing that I wanted. So, um, yeah, that's that's a bit unfortunate. Um, but it's okay. I still had a lot of fun. Um, I laughed my ass off at one point, so at least there's that. I'm sorry if the stream was not particularly interesting, unfortunately. I understand there were some times where I was pretty quiet, but I hope that you enjoyed watching me suffer for for 2 hours. Um, yeah, I will probably do this again because I want to get sub 30, or at the very least break my current record. Um, but until then, I hope you have a wonderful evening. Um, and I will see you next time. Take care.